Hello everyone. Welcome to Hero Registry. Today, we're going to talk about which is stronger, Captain America's Vibranium shield or Wolverine's Adamantium claws. Both are known as the strongest metals in their respective cinematic universes. First, let's discuss their origins. Vibranium is a meteorite that fell to Earth in Africa, primarily found in Wakanda. Its immense quantity makes it uniquely strong and allows it to absorb kinetic energy. For instance, if a person wearing regular bulletproof armor or using a typical metal shield were hit by a high-velocity bullet, even if the bullet didn't penetrate, the impact would likely knock them backward. However, if Captain America's shield or Black Panther's vibranium suit are hit, they can withstand the impact without moving an inch. Examples include Cap blocking Thor's hammer with his shield in the Avengers, covering an exploding bomb with his shield in Civil War, and Black Panther advancing through a hail of bullets, unfazed. These feats are possible only because of vibranium. Black Panther's suit even absorbs incoming kinetic energy, converts it into its own stored energy, and can then release it with similar force when needed. Vibranium has many such advantages. Furthermore, vibranium can be easily combined with various technologies, and even magic, to create mystic weapons. Adamantium in the X-Men movies. Adamantium is simply depicted as a meteorite that fell from space. However, its true nature is more complex. Adamantium is an alloy created through the difficult and precise combination of vibranium, steel, and other elements. So, adamantium isn't a metal, it's a metal alloy. This combination results in an adamantium that is incredibly dense and becomes so hard that it's nearly impossible to melt. However, just as the saying goes, with effort, even iron can be melted. There are some who can melt adamantium. Once it's melted and then solidifies, it cannot be melted again. The advantage of creating adamantium is that it becomes even harder than vibranium, capable of cutting through it. The drawback is that adamantium loses other abilities present in vibranium, such as kinetic energy absorption and the ability to combine with magic to create mystic weapons. That's why the metal in Wolverine's body cannot be melted down. But Wolverine could cut Captain America's shield in half. Therefore, when comparing vibranium and adamantium, adamantium is stronger. However, vibranium remains the superior metal due to its versatility and usefulness in many applications. Variants and other metals, both vibranium and adamantium, have many variants. For vibranium there are types not from Wakanda, such as those originating from outer space, and even man-made variants like River BIA. And another point to note is that mining vibranium can cause health problems for miners and those living near the mines. That's why in technologically advanced Wakanda, vibranium is mined using machines, and people live far from the mines. Those who need to be in the mines stay in fully protected structures. Adamantium also has variants. For example, carbonadium is an alloy that results from an unstable elemental combination during the creation of adamantium. Let's also briefly discuss the metal used to make Thor's hammer. Mjolnir and Stormbreaker are made from a metal called Uru. This metal is an ore from one of the first moons in the universe. The dwarves of Nidavellir collect this ore and forge it into weapons. The destroyer's entire body is also constructed from this metal. While Uru isn't as hard as vibranium or adamantium, weapons made from Uru are famous for their terrifying powers. That's all for this video.